Modern women live and thrive in the belief that they're superior to men in every way. They've been taught from an early age that they're supposed to live a life where they can do anything they want without any consequences, and that men have to revolve around them, thirsting to give them free attention and validation. Over the last couple of years, a lot of that has changed. Why? Because men have started to realize how unfair it is to them when they're expected to do everything for women, and women don't do anything for them or bring anything substantial to the table except perhaps occasional intimacy to keep them hooked and simp after them. When a man ignores a modern woman, she thinks from a place of ego rather than a place of understanding. She thinks she is being wronged, but she doesn't realize she was just used to being given free time, attention, and validation from men in the past. She doesn't realize that men are not obliged to talk to them, pursue them, or get into controlling relationships with them, where the woman can demand anything from a man and have him sacrifice his entire life just so she can travel business class, or buy her luxury handbags, or get her designer heels to show off to her equally entitled female friends and boast about a life of luxury. You see, men can see through such women now, and the unfortunate reality is that most women are like this in our society. Women would rather display themselves in front of a wealthy sugar daddy so they can enjoy his riches, as opposed to her working as hard as a man to put money on the table for the family. They only talk about equality and equity, and yet when it comes to working the same hours or the same jobs as a man, they subtly switch the topic and conversation. The relations between the genders continue to change, and they always have, as I've stated before. Guys who once received praise and admiration for their masculinity are now nearly universally viewed with contempt by society. Women who were formerly admired for their feminine beauty are now being pressured by culture to lose their feminine characteristics and become more masculine. Basically, the natural roles of genders are being twisted. And as more and more men choose to go their separate ways, more and more men are choosing to ignore women, which makes women want men more since women naturally crave acceptance and validation. Women want those men more and more, while men neglect them more and more. Women crave those men more as more men ghost them. There is nothing wrong with discussing something that is so obvious because we have all seen and experienced it occasionally. I have begun to consider how the dynamics for males going their own way are continuously changing. They must cope with those who are interested in their motivations for quitting the dating game, including family, friends, coworkers, and society at large. The truth of the matter is that modern women can't stand men not talking to them, ignoring them, or not giving them the free validation and attention they've been so used to all their lives. By learning more about men going their own way, people are truly interested and have their own understanding of it. Many already hold this belief, while others vehemently disagree with it. Guys believe they have no other option. Thus, they are growing more and more autonomous and skilled at disregarding women. Women, however, are only recently realizing this and are unclear about what to do. Women are confused. Now, when a man ignores women, it could remind you of childhood experiences where you were rejected and ignored. Do these women really care about you, or are they more interested in learning why you don't find them attractive? I think wealthy, handsome men who go their own way drive women crazy when they are neglected. You seem to be holding up a mirror to women and reflecting their anxieties back at them. As a result, they feel good about themselves again and try to seduce you because they think they still look nice. Perhaps because women are unable to exploit a man's resources, you Megto guys don't annoy women. Maybe it has more to do with the loss of their feminine card if a male decides to go into monk mode. When you are single, they view you as a bachelor, and the loss of just one man, you, means little in terms of protecting and supporting women. Also, if you are singing that song, they could assume you are not looking. That doesn't exclude a woman from randomly appearing in your life and asking you out. Without a doubt, women select men before men select women, not the other way around. Whenever a guy gets used to or addicted to receiving female approval from one particular woman, he is more likely to seek it out from other women. Have you ever thought that they might be trying to start a future romance by playing the part of feminine concealment and assisting you? So, are women really going nuts when a man ignores them and ghosts them? No, in my opinion. I think that people act strangely when they feel rejected, which is what we mistake for being crazy. My argument is that men should start ignoring women, not because it will damage women or anything like that, but rather because men can function better without women in their lives. And to be honest, that is exactly what any man who is rejecting to conform to society's standards regarding women will tell you. Guys need to stop treating women differently than they have throughout their lives. That needs to be seen by women from a male standpoint as well. Women should understand what it's like to have a friend disappear from their lives after hanging out for a week and never replying to texts or picking up the phone. You see, although feminism continues to advance and grants men their independence, more men are turning away. If feminists were rational about it and understood that more men leaving the field are merely making them more unbalanced, I think they would really want to give men what they want rather than try to take more and more things away from us. What are the advantages of ignoring women for men? In other words, why are men increasingly not talking to women? It's probably nice that guys can now live in peace without having to deal with argumentative or overly emotional women who start making a scene when men start informing them directly that they're breaking up with them. While awakened feminism taught women that they should treat men equally while they were ignoring and jostling guys left, right, and center, it is also about equality, as it will provide them tranquility and allow them to pursue their aims and ambitions without any women interfering or seeking to utilize their resources. It is now equally fair for men to start doing the same with women. Take this into consideration, gentlemen. Because they think they have no other option, males are becoming more and more independent and skilled at ignoring women. Women, however, are only recently realizing this and are unclear about what to do. Even the most beautiful ladies who have never been rejected by a man are being rejected by men who go their own way. What changes might we expect over the next 5 or 10 years? Frankly, we are unsure and must wait and see. So, as I've said before, the reason modern women can't seem to stand men not talking to them is because of what they've been taught all their lives. They've been taught that men live to please women, and that men live to basically live their whole lives trying to do everything for women, neglecting their own pursuits and goals. Indeed, there are men who do this. Simps and betas and BP guys. But that's just a small minority, and these guys live their lives in fear of breaking the standards of society that is already trying to make them as feminine as possible and extract all the masculinity from them. Today, we have a generation of young women who are inspired and influenced by celebrities such as Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, who only promote promiscuity and hypergamy. When most women strive to become celebrities like them, and then spend half their time trying to woo men on online platforms such as OF, you have a generation that has lost the essence of what it means to be a woman. It's a massive failure of feminism, and it's a massive failure of society that is only promoting degeneracy for women and increasing the divide between men and women. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. What do you think about this video? Do you have anything to add? Let me know in the comments. And show us some love by hitting the like button and subscribing to this channel that speaks the truth for men.